What is up, everyone? Darkside Phil here, and today is February 20th, 2013, and welcome to Release Day Unboxing, although admittedly, it's not really Release Day in the United States for all three of these games, for multiple reasons. What we're doing is a special unboxing on my couch today because we have a very large collector's edition that we're going to be looking at, okay? The first game that really this is not a Release Day unboxing for is Fire Emblem Awakening for the Nintendo 3DS. Now, this is a game that I pre-ordered weeks ago, but when I went to pick it up 2 weeks ago, my local GameStop said they hadn't gotten it yet. I guess the shipment was late. And it was funny because I was going to pick it up last week, but last week we had this gigantic snowstorm in Connecticut, so I was unable to even get out of my condo, and I ended up playing the new release over Steam. So I haven't been to GameStop for 2 weeks. I went in today, and the guy said, hey, listen, we still have your Fire Emblem. Thank goodness you pre-ordered it, because not only have we not gotten any more in the past 2 weeks, but we've had multiple people in here trying to buy it, and if we didn't know who you were, we probably would have sold it. And I was like, well, I appreciate that you guys held it, you know, for the 2 weeks, knowing that I was eventually going to come in and pick it up. So, Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS. Today's new retail releases, which are really yesterday's new retail releases, are Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance and Crysis 3. And if you haven't been following me along on my Twitter or Facebook over the past day, you might be saying, gee, why on earth didn't Phil unbox these on Tuesday? He always unboxes the new retail games on Tuesday. Well, unfortunately, I have come down with a pretty nasty stomach virus. I actually have to say, this is the worst stomach virus I've ever had in my entire life, okay? It was so bad that I was up for 5 hours straight in the middle of the night on Monday night. I was completely unable to fall asleep because I just couldn't stay out of the bathroom. It was that bad. And I have not really been able to eat anything solid besides like soup over the past day. So it wasn't until today around noonish, Wednesday now, around noonish, that I woke up after sleeping like 11 hours straight, and I said, okay, wow, I actually kind of feel a little bit better now. Let me venture out to GameStop and see if I can pick up these releases. So I was able to get out there, and lo and behold, we have the games. So what we're going to do is we are going to open all three of these games here live, basically. I do want to mention pre-order codes. We always get certain pre-order codes from GameStop. The pre-order codes that I got for pre-ordering Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance are a Cyborg Ninja skin and a Fox Blade. So that's what I got for pre-ordering at GameStop. Okay? Alright, so let's get through the little ones first, because these are the ones that pretty much, are standard. I don't think anyone's really going to be flipping out about unboxing them. So Fire Emblem Awakening. It says, armies clash as the world burns. As an inevitable war draws even closer, you must stand with Crom and his forces. Knights, mages, archers, and more, commanding them against the armies of kingdoms, empires, and the dead themselves. So it's a strategy-based RPG. I'm interested to get into it. I've read a couple reviews so far that said the game is pretty good. And I'm excited because I haven't really had a title to play on my 3DS for a while. So I'm really excited to jump into this. So, just want to see what's on the inside here. Probably nothing thrilling in any regard. Typical 3DS case. Your 3DS game. Let's see what we've got here. I got my Club Nintendo points on the back of this card, which I'm not going to show you, obviously. If you like Fire Emblem Awakening, try out New Super Mario Bros. 2. What? Star Fox 64 3D? What does Fire Emblem have to do with those games? Nice recommendations. And the instruction booklet is one simple fold-out page. So I guess what they're basically counting on is that the game's going to teach you how to play it. No surprise there, to be completely honest. Okay, so that's Fire Emblem Awakening, and to be honest, later tonight I might actually start it up. I know a lot of people have been saying, Phil, what's your opinion on the game? I'm like, sorry guys, I haven't been able to pick it up yet. Okay. Crysis 3. Hunter Edition. This one comes with day one access to the new Predator bow. Anyone who's played Crysis before knows it's all about using this nanotech suit, being able to turn invisible, being able to have extra armor, extra damage, using really cool weapons. I played Crysis 2 and I liked it, so that's why I got Crysis 3. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely watch the commercial with music by ZZ Top. No, I'm not kidding. A sharp-dressed man in a nano suit. Oh, come on. it off there. Okay, good thing I opened it like that because it did have a Hunter Edition code that I had to hide. Alright, here's your game. Crysis 3 Hunter Edition. Here's your Hunter Edition code, which according to this, it unlocks your Hunter Edition multiplayer bonuses. Day 1 access to the Predator Bow, the Recon Arrow, and the Hunter Nanosuit module. 5 levels of bonus experience, the Predator Bow camo skin, and 3 unique dog tags. Okay? So that's Crysis 3. But now let's get to business. The big one that everyone probably wants to see. You might be saying, what on earth is inside this monstrous collector's edition of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance? Well, some pretty cool stuff, at least from what I see. First, let's take a look at the box. You got Raiden on the front. You got Raiden's arm on this side, slashing at stuff. You got even more of his arm on this side, slashing at stuff. And then here, this is the side that actually shows you what's in it. So cut what you will. And just to read off what it says it comes with, it says a high-frequency plasma lamp. That's right, there's a lamp inside of here. That's a plasma coil lamp. How cool is that? I can't wait to see what that looks like. A Steelbook collector's case, the Metal Gear Rising Revengeance official soundtrack, and then, of course, the game. Okay, so let's open this sucker. I'm not sure how to do that exactly. I've got to try to find a flap or something. Here we go. I think this is it right here. Okay, so on top we've got Metal Gear Rising Revengeance Steelbook case. I don't know what that kanji means. It probably says, "Foolish American, you think this looks cool? Ho ho, we laugh at you." Okay, cut what you will. Pretty cool. Let's open this up and see what's inside. I wonder if the soundtrack's actually in the case itself. Probably is because it feels kind of heavy. Now keep in mind this was actually made by, I'm trying to think who the studio was. It was started off by Konami, but I think they handed it over to Platinum Games to finish. And Platinum Games is the studio that made Bayonetta. So the game's going to be pretty off the wall, zany, insane. I'm just sure of it. I'm seeing what's in here. Ah, look at this. Now that's pretty neat. The Konami Core Loyalty Program, coming spring 2013. If you look on the back, Gear Up, and it shows Konami Gear. What I'm assuming is going to happen is probably in the spring they're going to have a points system for Konami games that you buy. And you'll probably be able to earn credit to like buy this merch or maybe get money off games later on or maybe just get, you know, mail-in bonuses like they do at Club Nintendo. Alright, so that's interesting. Let me make sure there's no codes here or anything. No, it doesn't look like it. Your instruction booklet is extremely basic. Black and white, only one page for the controls and that's it. Then it goes into other languages, so nothing of use in there at all. That's nice. And then you've got your game disc, and then right behind it, your soundtrack CD. All in there. Okay? So that's your game, and then I'm assuming that all that's under here is the Tesla coil lamp. Uh-oh. We've got a giant thing. Look at this. Do not plug in or attempt to operate the unit if the glass is cracked or broken. Please repack and return to the purchase location. Do not attempt to replace or repair any part of the unit. Do not use the plasma lamp if you have a heart condition or pacemaker. This product is not a toy. Keep out of reach of children and pets. Always operate on a flat, dry, stable surface at room temperature. Holy shit, dude. That's like a ridiculous amount of warnings right there. And then they're telling you, here it is. How you operate it. Remove film from the glass tube before operating. Insert the accompanying AC adapter jack. Turn on the power switch. And that's it. And then everything else is other languages. Okay. So the box itself, let's move this out of the way. The box itself has a picture of Raiden on one side, some kanji on one side, some more kanji on the other side, and then finally Metal Gear Rising Revengeance on the back of it. Okay. I've got some tape where I put the knife. Pretty elaborate packaging job, but of course it's made of glass, so I don't blame them. Holy shit, look at this thing. Look at this thing. That's one hell of a packaging job. Well, the good news is I don't see any cracks. It is his sword, Raiden's sword, inside there, and it is covered in plastic that I'm going to have to take off. My question is, where's the AC adapter? There it is. It's in a box on the bottom. That would have been pretty messed up if it didn't have the adapter. So I guess in order to use it, you have to just sit here and take the plastic off, which is going to be a major pain in the ass. Look how much there is. The whole thing is covered in this plastic. You know what? Even with the plastic, this thing's all scuffed up. It is. Look at this. Even with the protective plastic, I've got major scuff marks there, right there, right there. Holy shit, this thing's scuffed up to hell. Luckily, it's not cracked, but this thing was obviously not handled properly. Even in shipping, if this thing were handled correctly with all that foam, it wouldn't have had. I mean, it wouldn't have had this. So that means that this was actually scuffed up in the factory. That's fucking nice. Thanks a lot, Konami, or whoever fucking manufactured it. That's some bullshit, is what that is. It's all so fucking scuffed up. But anyway, it's Raiden's katana, and it's a Tesla lamp. I unfortunately don't have any sockets near my couch where I can plug this in and show it to you. I don't think. But maybe what I'll do is later this week, I'll do a DSP tries it for this lamp, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like once it's plugged in, so that way everyone has an idea of what, you know, how it operates, and hopefully it fucking works. Because if it doesn't, I'm going to be pretty pissed. Because I'm going to be honest, this collector's edition cost $150. That's right. So just to get a steelbook, a soundtrack, and this lamp, it cost an extra, what is that? $90. So this lamp better be fucking, like, blow me away. I'm already kind of mad that there's scuff marks all over the top of it, but hopefully it'll pay off if it works nicely. So, alright, so that's release day unboxing. Unfortunately, it's a day late, but that's the unboxing video for Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, for Crysis 3, and for Fire Emblem Awakening. As I said, if you want to see what this lamp looks like in action, later this week I'll probably do a DSP Tries It video where I plug it in and we test it out, and we see what it looks like. So, alright, that is it for release day unboxing for today. If you are interested in what I'll be doing today, because I know, like I said, unfortunately my schedule's changed this week because of what's happened with my sickness. Well, I am feeling up to at least trying one game today. I don't know how much footage I'm going to put out, but I'm going to try Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance today over on my gaming channel, DSP Gaming, okay? So definitely check that out if you're interested in the game. I don't know how many parts I'll be putting out, but today I'm definitely going to be putting some time into it and trying to figure it out. I've heard a lot of stuff from people that it's difficult, you need to learn the parry system, and you really need to get into the flow of the game in order to do well. I mean, I did play the E3 demo, and I did pretty good with it. I didn't die repeatedly or anything, so I'm hoping that, you know, that'll translate into the final game. I guess we'll have to see. And then later this week I'll be starting Crysis 3. Probably today I'll focus on Metal Gear. Maybe tomorrow I'll split it between Metal Gear and Crysis 3. It all depends on how I feel. Like yesterday I did the Assassin's Creed 3 Tyranny of King Washington DLC. And I'll be honest, by the time I beat it, I was like shot. My brain was fried and I had to take a nap because I was so tired. So we'll see what happens today. If I'm feeling better, I'll do more. If I'm not feeling as good, I'll do less. It all depends on my health. So we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, thanks for joining me for Release Day Unboxing, and I will see you for gameplay over on DSP Gaming later today. Peace.